Greetings, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence. When is the last time you just shut down, quieted yourself, and remained alone for an extended time? Let me clarify, not out of depression, illness, or forced marginalization, but by choice. What I'm getting at is the context of intentional contemplation. Contemplation is an art less practiced by most leaders, as it requires stepping away from the day-to-day rush of interaction and decision-making and stepping into seeming nothingness, quiet, and reflection. Far too many leaders are running on fumes simply because they neglect to step back and refresh their perspective, awareness, and purpose. Contemplation is the way to this refreshment. I've encountered leaders who go from sunup to sundown day after day. Vacation time is their supposed refresh time, but most vacations are filled with activities, interpersonal exchanges, public venues, and incessant noise. Rare is the vacation marked by quiet, solitude, and deep reflection. Seems such things are deemed unproductive and wastes of time. But it's in the quiet that the still oft silent voice is heard, calling you back to positive origins and purposeful beginnings. The difficulty in such time is quieting the inner voices that fill any possible silent moments. Our minds run, our thoughts seem unending, and our restlessness is ceaseless. Perhaps quieting ourselves begins with patience. Being still and patient enough to let our thoughts run and then run out. Looking for one or two meaningful points of focus to reflect on and contemplate possible better. When we do, we find ourselves in clear space with new priorities that matter rather than meaningless priorities that hijack what really matters. Twice each year, I go away for several days just to be quiet and reflect. I ask myself questions and seek honest responses. I allow the inner me to be front and center, front of mind for as long as it takes to return to the better self. I reconcile with myself, and light is shed on other relationships needing such reconciliation. I sleep really well during those days of reflection. I'm energized beyond the norm, and when I do emerge, returning to my home life and work life, I'm centered, and others always comment on my lightened demeanor. Sustainably effective leaders need times of reflective contemplation, extended moments of self-honesty and quietness to highlight life space needing reconciliation and new resolve. Sustainable leaders get this, and it's a regular part of their life course. What about you? Are you taking the time to be quiet, to reflect, to assess the inner you, to address the uncomfortable gaps? It's worth it. What kind of leader are you? Until next time, I'm Dave Gilmore, and this is Design Intelligence.